Hi, my name is Mimi Orjiekwe, Nollywood actress, entrepreneur, mommy. That's it. Okay, so Mimi is a Nigerian from Enugu State, to be precise. A family of four. I have three brothers, and I'm the only daughter. So being a single mom and without a husband, and still chasing your career, focusing on your work, it's multitasking for me. But you just have to learn how to balance as a mom because you have to do both to be successful. I know certainly it has really affected my acting career because I'm not really on set all the time now. So I've got other things to do. Apart from being a mom, I work. I have other things that I do. I'm an entrepreneur. So basically, it's about creating time for everything. I don't take jobs every day. I'm not on set every day because being on set is like going to work in the morning and coming back very late at night. So I take jobs when I'm free. I work on my schedule and I create time for everything. For example, I have a producer in Abuja who is a friend of mine, and I get to work with him sometimes. So what I do is, in Lagos, I'm usually busy. In Abuja, I have sites and projects I run there. I manage there. So when I am going to Abuja, I sort of call him sometimes. I'm like, hey, I'm coming to Abuja. If you have a script, let me know. So I work on my schedule. I create time for that. And he'll be like, okay, when are you coming exactly? I'll be like, okay, I'm coming on Friday. Then he'll be like, can we shoot on Monday? I say, fine. So I get to like create time for that. I can't just like get up and go to set. I don't take jobs like that because it just doesn't work for me. So I try to balance it, so I don't leave the picture completely, but I still create time for it. Okay, being a single mom is not an error. I was married before. I was never just a single mother, and there's no business being a single mother, and it's not there are no challenges. It's a general challenge for me. It's not about entertainment career. It's not about entertainment as a whole. It's about facing the challenges in the world generally. Being opposed in some things that you want to do, and basically, it's being in the entertainment industry doesn't have anything to do with you being a single mom or being married or being single. You can be anything you want to be. For me, that's how I see it. Okay, so like I said, it's about balancing. I provide all she needs, and I'm always available for her. I try to talk to my child anytime she wants me. She wants my attention, even when I'm at work. She could basically call me on a video call, on a telephone call, anytime, and I talk to her. Because I know she wants to hear from me, not just that she has everything at home. Of course, she isn't lacking anything at home because she's got her nanny, she's got her grandma, she's got people around her all the time. But I know she wants me, and I try to be around for her. I talk to her all the time on the phone. I try to make sure 3 or 4 times a week we get to do the homework together, and that's it. She's grown up now. She's not a baby anymore. So we have our understanding. She goes to school as well, so she's busy. But I try to make sure I provide everything she needs, so she doesn't have to she's lacking anything. First of all, that is a bit confusing. But for me, I think the only support system I know I rely on is my mother, because when my mother is around, it's like I'm around. She lives with me basically for now, and that makes it very comfortable for me to travel, to work. I can be anywhere in the world, and I know my daughter is fine because my mother is home. So I think that's my major support system. For me, I see her as a wife and me as a husband in the house, because I go to work, I provide, and then she takes care of the house for me. I'm always home, not all the time, but because she's around, I rely on her for most of the things, and I know that her presence is enough for me in the house. Okay, so my daughter is, I think she's getting used to that already, because you don't explain these things to kids. They ask you questions, yes, but they have eyes. They know. They see it. They see how people treat you, how people approach you when you guys go out together. And you're like, mommy this, mommy that. And they see you on TV, because sometimes I've watched TVs together and I pop up and my daughter be like, mommy, look at you, when she was way younger. And it's a time we went out together and some police lady approached us and called her Jasmine. She was reading her like this. Like. So I think they just grow up doing that. Okay, people know them because their mother is on TV. They just wear it. But when they ask questions, we answer them. And I mean, my daughter has won Celebrity Kid of the Year sometime. So she went and picked up her award. So she understands what that means. You know, I don't think it's really a big deal anymore. I think that question should be, what advice should you give anyone pursuing career? Because it doesn't mean anything. Being a single mom, it's still normal. I mean, it's not a stigma. It's something that anyone can become. You can decide to work out of marriage. If you have a child out of wedlock, yeah, you're a single mom. You're still a human being. There's nothing like advising a single mom who wants to get a career in the industry. A single mom can work anywhere. They belong to the society. They are human beings. What I think is, if you are pursuing career in the entertainment industry, you have to be patient enough to grow, because at the beginning it's not as easy as it is, you know. But being a mother and you have kids to care for, you may not be able to balance it at the beginning, because first of all, the bills are a lot. The bills are standing there, and they may not be able to pay you as much as you would need to take care of your children. I wouldn't advise that. I think you should, however, work hard to take care of your children, whether it's in entertainment or in the bank, in any industry you find yourself. Just work hard as a single mother. Well, being a single mom doesn't influence that, but being a mom could influence that. Meaning that your kids are growing and they're watching you, and being an African woman, some certain things I may not want to do. But I don't think being a single mom would influence my choices in taking up scripts. Those days when I used to film, we always say back to back. I certainly understand that it's so demanding. And sometimes you feel guilty not being at home, or giving your child your attention, or being around your child. But currently, at this stage of my life, I don't take jobs that take me out of my home all the time. I create time for that, like I said earlier. I'm always available for my child. That's all I can say. I don't get too busy for that. I balance it. Okay, as a human being, I basically take care of myself, not as a single mom. Even before I had my child, I've always taken care of myself. And everyone does, right? So I work out a lot. I try to work out. Exercise is very good. It's one thing that will take care of you to your old age. And of course, I take care of my skin. I have my morning skincare routine and nights. I try to select what I use for my skin. I take a lot of water, lemon, and I work out. That's all I do. I don't do so many things. I don't want to go in details, but I'm very natural. I have no Botox. I have no liposuction. I have no BBL. I have nothing on me. Everything about me is natural. I don't have problem with people doing that. I might probably embrace that later when I choose to, but I have nothing of that. So it's just exercise and taking care of myself. Well, I don't know if it's memorable, but I've had experiences. In a celebrity world, like you said, will be some of the bashes we get as a single mom. You know, and people think because you're single, or because you're no longer married, or because you're probably never married to some people, you do not know or have experiences or should contribute on things happening in marriages or family or in a love life relationship. Sometimes when you make a comment or you try to say things that you know out of experience or something, you feel like because, I remember seeing something online sometime and then someone bashed me like, what do you know? Are you married? You're a single mother? That I can never forget. I'm like, what is going on here? I have been married before for a very short time, but even at that, I'm experienced. I'm an adult. I have friends. I have relationships, and you can tell what's happening in life. But then that bash is one thing I will never forget because it hit me so deep. I'm like, how would you think that because I'm a single mom, I cannot contribute to what's going on? So I think that it's a bad one though. I'm more like an entrepreneur now than an actor. Of course, an actor is an actor forever, for a lifetime, but I'm an entrepreneur. I run a business. I have an interior decor business. I'm an interior designer. I decorate people's houses. Some of my friends call me engineer because I do a lot of alteration, finishing, furnishing kind of work. And not just that, I'm a realtor as well. I invest in buildings. I buy, I sell. I buy, I keep. I invest in buildings. Sometimes I buy off plan. I have apartments that I run. So basically, I'm into interior housing and all of that. Combining it has been good. I think most of the opportunities I've had in the entrepreneur world is because I'm an actor and I can keep it to the acting world. It exposes you and gives you opportunity and loving people around you who will give you chances to grow your craft. It's been good. I would like, but I do not have time filming that much, like I said earlier. But I try to create time for it. I'm mostly out of Lagos. I have sites in different places, Abuja, in the East, in Lagos, and I still have my store, my showroom to run as well. So it's multitasking, being a mom, doing all those things. It's all about balancing. But sometimes when it's full, I just go home and rest. Everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to live a good life. I am someone that, first of all, growing up, I watched my mom work hard. My mom is the kind of a mom that gets the deal done and she sends money to all her kids, Being in school those days, my mom sends money because she opened an account for all of us and you get a whole lot of money into your account. Then 500K was such a big deal. I get that kind of money into my account and I'm like, wow. I see my mom as someone who is so successful then, because I was like, how did she get to do this? So she's my number one motivator. I was looking up to her then, but now I'm grown up and I motivate myself. I love a good life. I have a standard for everything. And the only way you can maintain that good life is by working hard. So that's enough motivation for anyone who wants to live a good life. Thank you for having me today. And do not forget that being a single mom is not a crime. For me, it's a blessing. Just wear your crown and keep moving. And do not forget to keep up with glamour.